Hello guys, my name is Jackie and I'm a specialized IELTS tutor, and this is the video to introduce the newest speaking topics to students. And if you want to get the newest speaking topics and model examples, you can email me so I can send you the study materials for speaking. So you can email me, and I don't care about your nationality. You can be a Korean, Japanese, Chinese, I don't care about it. So you can just email me to get the latest speaking topics and model examples. Okay, let me start with part 1. So today's first part 1 topic is about rainy days. And the first question is, does it rain much in your country? And my answer is, yes, it does. Usually in summer, there is monsoon period in Korea, and in that period, it rains heavily. So sometimes flooding causes a lot of damages on people's life and property. And next question is there any part of Korea where it doesn't rain much? And my answer is, yes, it is. In Korea, usually in northern parts, it does not rain as much as it does in southern part. So northern parts have less rain than southern parts of Korea. It is a natural phenomenon. And next one is, can you remember any time when it rained particularly heavily in your hometown? And my answer is, yes, when I was young, Korea was struck by a heavy typhoon in the summer season, and it caused a lot of people to lose their life and their house. It was the natural disaster, which I still remember. And next part 1 topic is about saving money. And the first question is, did you save money when you were young? And my answer is, when I was young, my parents usually taught me how to save money and the reason of saving money. So thanks to my parents, I tried to save money and deposited my pocket money in my bank account. And second part 1 topic is, have you ever given money to other children? And my answer is, yes, I have. I have some nephews. So I usually give them pocket money on a regular basis. And especially, I give them money for running errands or doing housework. It is educational because children can learn the value of money. And next question is, do you think parents should teach children to save money? And my answer is, yes, they should. Although children are still young, in the near future, they will be an adult. And they will earn and spend money by themselves. So having a habit of saving money is important. And last part 1 question is, do parents give children pocket money in your country? And my answer is, yes, usually parents give children pocket money to children. But most of parents give money to children as the compensation for running errands or helping household works. It is a kind of education. Okay, so they are the newest part 1 topics. And let me turn to part 2. So today's part 2 topic is describe the last book you read. So this topic is asking you to explain the book you read recently. So I'm going to read my example and you can take my example and you can practice with my example to prepare your part 2. Let me start. I would like to talk about the book I read months ago. In my daily life, my schedule is hectic since I work in a company. But about 3 months ago, I was even busier since I was preparing the project for my presentation, which was important to me. But during the project, I faced some problems and I couldn't find solutions. At that time, my friend recommended the book to me, and that book was related to my major. So I read that book for 3 days, and by reading that book, I could find useful information and knowledge to handle difficulties I had. Especially that book introduced actual cases and examples similar to my problems. So those cases gave me practical solutions. At that time, if I hadn't read that book, I couldn't have dealt with problems I confronted. So it was the last book I read, and if I have a chance, I want to read more books related to my work. So my example is about the book which helped me to solve my problem when I did my project. So you can take my example and you can practice with my example if you take this topic in your test. So part 2 topic is about the last book you read. So let me turn to part 3. So usually part 3 is about topics about reading books. Let me start. The first part 3 topic is, in your country, who would ask children to read? Schools or parents? Usually children start to take education in institutes at the age of 4 or 5, and schools are mainly in charge of educating children. As reading is a part of education, schools ask children to read more than parents. So reading is one of the most common assignments, and children read books or other things as their assignment at school. And next to part 3 topic is, do you prefer paper books or e-books? And my answer is, nowadays, as using electronic devices like a smartphone is common, people can read e-books anytime they want on those devices. Also, a lot of e-books can be saved on mobile devices, and it is much more convenient than carrying paper books. Even I can underline sentences on the screen. So I prefer e-books to paper books. And next part 3 topic is, do you think printed books will continue to exist? And my answer is, although ebooks are convenient to read and easy to carry, there are also a lot of people who still prefer printed books. Also, printed books written by famous authors must be more valuable than computer files which readers can read on a screen. In this aspect, printed books will be still read by people. Okay, next part 3 topic is, what kinds of books do children read? And my answer is, children should read books which are instructive and educational. For example, children need to learn biographies about the great people. By reading those books, children can learn valuable lessons from them. Also, children should read books related to their subjects, such as history, science, and language. Okay, so they are the newest speaking topics to study, and you can practice with my video and you can memorize and practice with me. So thank you for being with me. Thank you.